It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful, wet and rainy and storming Wednesday afternoon.
Wednesday. It is a wonderful Wednesday. You've got a new wand.
And I got a wand. Wanda who?
Wanda. We should
I just
call
want
her
to
Wanda.
understand, we could call her Wanda, why you got it with one finger up?
That's how it came, because it reminded me of you and Steve-O from New York Sounds.
Pull my finger. Welcome to all our friends. Want to thank you guys out. I know it's tough. Love the song that Lenny just finished playing.
That is what friends are for. It's all what it's about, right?
And it's funny because Lenny today, Mr. Music Man, did music therapy with Lenny, and he put on song after song after song, and it was all tragic.
I know.
All?
Until we changed it up at the end. But it was about airplane crashes and losing artists
Time
and
in a bottle and old
broken
school.
hearts, old school.
I think you're going to cry. But they're like just old songs, but it always amazes me that I know them.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good.
the other scary.
Got a
That's
good-
the
got
other
a good
scary
musical
thing,
ear.
right?
And she almost tripped and broke her neck.
Yeah,
Over
that
the
was
wires?
bad. You noticed nobody got up. But you know what happened when I did that? You kind of laughed.
Because I'm used to
And
it.
Slick says, "Don't worry, I gotcha."
Yeah, I got you on the third bounce.
But that was don't worry, I'll fix that. He's like,
But they
just on
fixed
cue.
they
Because I
fixed
always
it.
got you back.
Me and Pierre were having fun with the
I
music.
went, doop. That
We were
was
having music, looking it up, and we saw you flying across the room like on a broomstick.
my foot got stuck underneath a wire.
And I was like, I need a drink.
And as I'm going down, I'm thinking, and what's going to catch my fall? Is my dress going to go up? Fortunately, as I fell so gracefully, I guess I'm so used to it. There's
I was
always
just worried
something
about the cameras. If you would have
I was
fallen,
nowhere near a camera.
I know, but if you would have fallen in that direction, you would have seen me turn into Spider-Man.
I was nowhere near a camera, but I'm like, is my head going to hit the table? Luckily, I was able to reach and brace myself with the table, and nobody missed a beat. I got up, and we kept going.
Well, they already know that they used to seeing you trip like 17 times a day.
Why is that? Because I'm doing 25 things at one time. Anyway, happy Wednesday to it. It's a very wet Wednesday, but our crew is working hard. It's a wonderful Wednesday. We got a good show lined up for you. Today we're celebrating.
Today is a special day. Roll the rings today because today we are celebrating Mr. Vincenzo. My cousin Vinny graduates today.
Congratulations to Vinny.
Thank you. It's been a long 8 years. Thank you very much.
A long 8 years.
Can you imagine if you had to sign an autograph? It's 8 miles long.
Vinny, how come 8 years?
Well, at first I started college not knowing what to do in Florida, Palm Beach State. Then I went to New York for over a year. Then came back down here for Palm Beach State, which I finished associates. Then I came to FAU to finish bachelor's.
And you finished.
Yeah.
And your bachelor's is in what?
Multimedias.
Congratulations to you. I can't think of a better place to celebrate your bachelor's in multimedia than right here with us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the biggest surprise, I heard that Vinny's actually going to go get his master's, so he'll be studying for another 6 years.
With you, I heard.
With me, right?
You guys
next
are
to
going to be side-by-side buddies at
Yeah,
FAU.
totally. Be like the movie 21 Jump Street. No, 22 Jump Street.
22 Jump Street. I'm going to be right here. I'm going to print up all of our degrees. Make it simple school.
I think I need to bring a printer in here actually too. The amazing thing is this place is so big that we had 3 studios going this morning at the same time, and I had a call and she said, how do you do it all and how do you eat? How do you find time to eat? And I said, well, I'm talking to you in the kitchen while I'm eating a graham cracker because all 3 studios right now are full. There was no place to go. So back to Hector's office I went. And you know what's still back there? A lot of rice.
A lot of
I don't
rice.
understand. The rice has birthed more rice.
What are
The
you
rice
talking
from your
about?
computer.
There's like 2
There's
grains.
but it's been a month. Why is there still rice? And I keep cleaning it. Where does it come from? It's like out of your ears, I think. I don't know where the rice comes from.
I am going to knight you the cleaner-upper.
Oh, I don't even know
Dawn
what to
on
tell
her
you.
broom.
Thank you so much.
Exit stage left.
But we've got a longtime friend of the Brooklyn Cafe Show joining us today on VMix from Earl Dorsey Funeral Homes. We've got Wayne Henry of Dignity Memorial Southeast Florida joining us from that beautiful niche room where we got to do a great remote show. So let's bring Wayne over and see what's going on. He's got a free seminar and 30% off and great deals. How you doing, Wayne?
Hey guys, good yourself? Yeah, so we're at Lake Worth Memory Gardens, Dorsey Smith Funeral Home here in Lake Worth, obviously. So happy to join.
You look like you are in some kind of tower. I mean, holy smokes.
I know it's
What
kind
room are
of.
you
He's
in?
in the niche room.
So I'm in the glass-fronted niche room. So this is a new installation. Opened up, I think, late last year, just before Christmas. So it's a different option. So it's inside in the air conditioning. So you can purchase one of the glass niches here, and you can have your loved one's urn on display with photographs, other memorabilia. So it's one of the options that we have available to us. Otherwise, we have other options, of course, in the main cemetery for cremated remains or caskets, scattering gardens. So there's lots of options to choose from here at Lake Worth Memory Gardens, one of the many cemeteries that are under the Dignity Memorial umbrella.
And I heard you were a guest yesterday on one of the other shows that we produce.
Yeah, so Marcia invited me to participate, show for, help me out, for caregivers, and I don't know, she's got an audience with dealing with caregivers and elder law, so it's a different audience there, but I was happy to participate, and she wanted me to kind of elaborate, how COVID has affected the funeral industry in particular. So I was happy to be the guest there and share some of the insights from Dignity.
And I know you got to watch the show, and Freddie was saying he learned so much from watching the show because even though it's a different audience, it's a different take, but people aren't taking advantage of some of these great promotional offers that you have, including the webinars, including 30% off, including the scattering. So let's go over some of these again, maybe third time's a charm.
Yes. Yeah, so I think I've talked before on the show how, we've had to adjust with COVID. When a death occurs, we're still doing visitations, funeral service, celebration of life. We can still do all of that, but with some restrictions. So we're, going ahead with that. And like I said last night, we've dealt with several people that have passed away from COVID in the area. We even had one of our funeral directors that passed away from COVID. So definitely is here. But that's one of the things that can end our lives. There isn't, we're not trying to panic anyone. We're going to get a vaccine hopefully sooner than later, and hopefully people will remain to be vigilant in social distancing, wearing masks and things like that. So we certainly are promoting those safety precautions in all of our interactions with the public and when people have a funeral service. But we're doing lots of things online to promote information about the benefits of making pre-arrangements, and we encourage everyone to put their arrangements in place ahead of time. I didn't know that was possible before I started working for Dignity, really. It was when my grandmother passed away a couple years ago, and she made her pre-arrangements. I really It's the first time I knew that was even possible, really. So we encourage everyone to kind of learn about it, and we're doing several events this month to kind of educate people and showcase what we have on offer. And we're doing several free online dinner seminars. So you might be thinking, well, how does that work? So you choose a topic, and we're doing several different ones. Heather was supposed to join me today. She unfortunately got held up with the family just now. But Heather and I are doing a show tomorrow night on air at 6 o'clock. Covering the cemetery options in the Dignity Memorial Network in Florida. So we're going to highlight the Lake Worth Memory Gardens location here, but we have several other cemeteries in the area that we're going to mention. We're going to show lots of different options that we have available, including the Neptune Memorial Reef. So even if you're going the cremation route, there are lots and lots of options there. It doesn't end with the cremation. You don't want to just be cremated and then leave it to your family to decide what to do. And worst case scenario, I think, decades later, generations later, where do you want your final resting place to be? Maybe it is scattering in a special place or scattering over the Neptune Reef.
And tell us about some of the other options, Wayne, that you're going to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, so tomorrow night is talking about the cemetery options, and we talk about from scattering, the glass-fronted niches here, other type of niches where you can place, your loved one's urns. There's also columbariums, and we'll show photos of that. There's different shapes that you can have in the park here, or ground burial. There's a ossuary where you can scatter your remains. So there's lots and lots of different options for people to consider. Also happening in August. Oh, and at Lake Worth Memory Gardens, you're looking at, we're actually, they're doing up to 30% off if you're buying 2 plots or more. That goes on until actually the end of September. If you buy 1 plot, 25% off. So there's some great deals at the cemetery. So we encourage you to come and do that. Also, what they're offering, I don't know if anyone watching has one of these in their house. Okay. So we're finding that a lot of people have their loved ones or a distant relative, or maybe they inherited their loved one's remains, and it's in their closet or in the attic or in the garage. So what we're offering as well at Lake Worth Memory Gardens is in the month of August, you can bring your urn to us, and we'll scatter in the scattering garden here for free.
I got to tell you, that's one of these things, Wayne, I don't understand, and maybe it's just me. Okay, so write to me. I don't understand why you would keep Uncle Arthur in your closet. Why wouldn't you just lay Uncle Arthur to rest?
Well, because a lot of people, and I've helped a lot of people do their cremation, do their pre-arrangements, and they go as far as, I'm going to be cremated. I'm like, well, okay, well, where do you want your final resting place to be? Oh, I don't know, what the kid's worried about. Not as far as it goes. So someone passes away, their kid gets their urn, they have it maybe on the mantle for a while, and then years later, they don't know what to do with it. So they end up sticking it in the closet. So I've met so many people who have a loved one's urn somewhere in the house. And we just encourage people, just think long term, because when someone's son or daughter gets older, passes away, their grandchildren, I don't know if they've met them or not. Distant relative, it's not going to be pride of place in the home, and we should find a final resting place for that. So we're happy, for anyone in that situation, we're happy to help you. Look at options there. We can do the free scattering in August. You can purchase a small nameplate to go in the scattering organ if you want, or there are various other options you might consider in the cemetery here or in the reef. You can scatter over the reef.
And just to give people an idea, Wayne, with the value of a free scattering, I want people to realize what you're actually offering them has tremendous value, emotionally and financially.
Yeah, it's in the, so scattering is low cost option in the ossuary here. So, to do that, a few $100s. So we're happy to do that for free for the month of August. And like I said, it doesn't include, you can purchase a small nameplate. There's a plaque that has names of people's remains in the ossuary for those that want that. So we can go through those auctions as well, or auction. And then if you, we're doing other dinner seminars later in the month. So this Thursday we're concentrating on cemetery auction, both cremated remains and caskets. So it could be ground burial, crypts, mausoleums, private estates. There's a huge range of options to choose from, many more than you can possibly think of, as well as Neptune Reef, space flights, making a diamond. There's lots of options there that you might consider for your cremated remains or final resting place for your casket.
I got a question, because it's funny. I never knew that if you get cremated and they put you in an urn, that, sentimentally, maybe 1, 2 years, maybe even 3 years, I give you that. And then all of a sudden you become part of the furniture of a house, somebody else's house, a closet or something. I don't get that. There must be something really wrong with me.
Well, Wayne was saying, we just talked about it, that people don't make those arrangements. And so the ashes go to you as the child. And then if you don't make the arrangements because you and your sister can't decide what to do, then it maybe goes to your kids, and then your kids, and certainly their wives don't want it on the mantle. So then it goes back in the closet.
But this is my point.
Yeah?
If I don't understand the logic of not preparing
plans.
and making plans,
Yeah.
because I don't want my ashes over in a lake and be guppy food, or
Where
in
do
a
you want-
closet smelling somebody's underwear. I don't want that.
Well, you don't want your ashes spread.
I don't even want to be cremated. But I'm saying that if that is the plan that you come up with, because you had no plan, then what do you do with the person? I can never, in all my wildest
we often
take my
we
mother
often
and
say to
father
people,
as ashes.
just
I can
you do
never
your
do that.
if you do your pre-arrangement and you only do as far as being cremated, that's half a plan. So at least record your wishes, what you want done with your cremated remains.
Yeah.
So your loved ones don't have to decide that for you. So that's always our advice, but unfortunately a lot of people didn't do that. So people are in that situation. Anyway, we're happy to help with that.
The other thing is,
we're also doing some other.
the other thing is
Sorry?
that the younger generation, they don't have the same feel for older stuff. Like, you ever notice that you have your great-grandmother's china or porcelain that belongs in the family, or a family heirloom? And today's kids will say, you know what, if I could get $50 for it, I sort of move it on. And they could be treasures of your family. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you don't plan, you're going to end up being the back end of a no plan, which can be, I don't get it. It just.
Well, Wayne's giving us some answers, and I have to tell you, Wayne, that glass area at the Dorsey Earl Smith Memorial Gardens is so beautiful. And it's not just a crypt for the urn. People get to decorate it with themes and ideas that make you reminisce about the person. So you just don't see a beautiful urn or a box. You see mementos.
Let me try and share this. So these are samples here. So I'm not sharing anybody's, intimate details. But here's a couple samples. You can kind of see where you can.
You can see the
So you
picture.
can put in, there's space for, 1, 2, or even 3 urns, and, you can put different memorabilia in there, photographs, other things that are, relevant to that person. So, there's no limit what you can do, and then because it's glass fronted, then, you can come in at your leisure under air conditioning, and, visit in a quiet space
Is that open 7 days
and
a week?
reminisce your loved one.
Is that open 7 days a week?
It is, yeah.
I'm going to tell you something really crazy. The cemeteries in Puerto Rico are not open on Sundays.
Right.
On Sundays, they're not open.
I don't think so. I don't know if the Jewish cemeteries here are open on Saturdays.
And this makes sense.
You can visit, but they wouldn't have a burial on a Saturday.
I'm going to tell you, none
For
of this
Jewish
makes
cemetery.
sense. It doesn't make sense to me that you rather pay more if you have a loved one and you don't take care of the needs ahead of time. And I'm looking at discounts behind me. Loved ones.
yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me that you don't take care of the need and save some money doing it, and you're just going to wait until the hardship is upon you, and you're going to pay for that hardship, and you're going to pay more than you should have paid just by being a little bit more sensible. I mean, just because you do a pre-plan doesn't mean that the doll's going to come out, you're going to perish next week. That's not the way it works. But they should be a little bit smarter in the game to know these discounts can actually help alleviate some of the costs. And money's tight right now.
100%.
Yeah, and I've never seen that big of a discount before. So 30% for 2 plots. If you are considering traditional burial, please, let's, get the information. Happy to, show you what that includes. Let's have a tour, let's show it to you. And if it feels right, then, get that in place, and you're saving a big expense there.
We're going to go to commercial.
The
break.
remainder can be put in a 0% interest payment plan for up to 10 years, So, lock in the price, spread out the payments. It makes sense.
Keep that thought going. We're going to take a quick commercial break, Wayne, and thank our sponsor, Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. We're going to turn it over to Slick. Go to commercial break, and we'll be right back.
I don't know if they could have said it any better, guys, but just like how they were saying it this few couple minutes with Don and Freddie and Dignity Memorial is hosting free online dinner seminars and free scatterings. They're having up to 30% off for all funeral pre-arrangements. So lock in your price, and please stay tuned for some more Brooklyn Cafe TV show.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
I look very snazzy right now. What do I have to say, guys?
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Amy Mincy combines the hilarity of For Better or Money, the eroticism of For Love or Sanity, the mystique of For Sink or Swim, and the suspense of For Sex or Revenge, making her fifth novel, For Strip or Gamble, her best to date. Get your copy at
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
What was that?
Oh, familiar faces.
All the Way, it's called.
Oh.
When somebody loves you, it's no good unless he loves you all the way.
Anybody know that song?
Yes.
So why didn't you say it?
Because I never get the lyrics right.
But you know the name of the song?
When somebody, no, I didn't. And I never get the lyrics right either. I always try.
1957, it's an
I thought it was-
oldie.
What is it with you? Were you like locked in
That's-
the 50s today?
That's what happened. That's all this music comes. You know, a lot of this music, I guess. Yeah,
His mom gave him all the music, and his mom, that must have been her era, her genre of
I was
music. to
trained
play.
that way, I guess.
I tell you, he played a couple of songs today that sort of made me cry because they were Heartbreak Hotel.
Time in a Bottle, I think that was one of my mom's favorite songs. She used to always play it on like the cassette in the car, and you played that, and I'm like, oh wow, the things
Never
that you
sad
remember.
song.
They're
Never
all sad songs.
You know, it's really funny that that we have Wayne, bring Wayne over, that we have Wayne with us because I actually got finally a maintenance bill for my parents' spot in Puerto Rico. And on there it's stamped Dignity Memorial. So I wasn't 100% sure when this whole thing happened as to what was happening, but now it's official and I send it to Wayne and he gave me a phone number to call and I gotta go take care of some business after the show. But it goes to show you they actually helped at a very difficult time in my life what was going on, and they just said, Santori, just get your parents done and we'll take care of everything else with me. We took care of the bill and everything, but it's tough. It's tough going through this whole dilemma and talking to people, and then there's all sorts of people pouring into what was happening in Puerto Rico at the time. They couldn't get there. My cousin also asked to use Wayne when his mother died, Gigi's mother died, and they sort of worked it out with the same people that I work with in Puerto Rico, and they actually used a video platform
For the funeral.
for the funeral, and I got to see Mencia may she rest in peace, I got to see her on video. And at the time when mom and dad died, mom died especially, we couldn't do it because the only generator on the island of Puerto Rico when mom died was at the Dignity Memorial Place. And I took a shower in the bathroom and they gave me a towel. I mean, Dignity went all out. They brought sandwiches in. They brought hot chocolate in. I don't know where they got the food because there was no food. I don't know where they got the flowers because there were no flowers. And they did all of this. And mom...
Give me the chills.
And they brought in a pink dress for mom because her clothes had blown away. We had no clothes for her. And I'm going to tell you, you know, until you go through this stuff, you don't know what family means until you unfortunately have to go through all of that. So I just want to say thank you to Dignity Memorial for doing what they did for me and what I went through. My sister also is going to be using Dignity up in New York. It's a little crazy up there right now. But all of these things happen. And I tell you, get your pre-plan done. Because of Wayne, my kids now are going to get me insured because they apparently want to give me that send-off like a Viking on a throne. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's laughing because he knows what I'm talking about. And I wanted to ask you, well, they used to burn the bodies at sea. I wanted to ask you, we met a gentleman
Yesterday.
who does things on coffins.
He wraps caskets.
Oh, okay.
Freddie
Have
has
you
a
ever
way
heard of
with
that?
words. He does things on coffins, or wrap a casket is what it's called.
Wrap a casket. You
I
ever
heard
of
that here. I think I saw something in the UK about it, but I haven't seen it in the States. So
Well,
yeah,
because
hook me up.
they love watching you on our show. They reached out to us yesterday and said they would love to meet you and maybe make it part of your pre-need package, and it can be wrapped any which way, any theme or anything you want to do on any coffin.
Okay, sure, yeah.
And
Give
one
my
of the-
contact information. Yeah.
And one of the things that we found out is that Slick,
Pierre.
pizza's here.
Oh, good, thank you.
One of the things that I found out in my family, we have a crest. And we found out now that the crest was put on these rings for my family's, I don't know what you call it. And all of a sudden, I got to thinking. I said, you know, I would love to have my crest on my casket. I kind of like that idea.
That's interesting, right?
Because it's a family heirloom type of deal that's going on.
We can make it happen. We've done harder things.
Wayne can make anything happen.
I know.
But the discounts, Wayne, are so unbelievable. And
Well,
right
let me
now, I think it's
clarify.
the perfect time.
So, one thing that Slick said that's not accurate. So that 30% discount is only at Lake Worth Memory Gardens if you're purchasing 2 plots. All right, that 30%. If you purchase 1 plot, it's 25%. So that's the 30% is for plots at the cemetery, at that one cemetery, until the end of September. But we're always having, you know, I can always offer a great discount for any Brooklyn Cafe viewers. So all you need to do is mention to me, you learned about Dignity, or you saw me on Brooklyn Cafe, or you saw, you know, one of the advertisements and things there, then I'm going to honor a special discount for anyone in that situation.
And tell us about, you have an online seminar on the 13th.
Yes, so we've got a series of online dinner seminars. So that's completely free. You just join us online. We've got one tomorrow night on cemetery options. And the next Tuesday we've got one. It's Did You Know? It's the theme, and then highlighting all the benefits of making your pre-arrangements with Dignity. So a lot of things you don't realize is possible. That we're offering that you want to know about. So that's kind of explain all the different options there, and learn more about, you know, all the variances and all the options there about doing pre-arrangements in general. And then next Wednesday we're doing veterans burial benefits. So we work very closely with several veterans organizations. Vets are entitled to free burial at the Veterans Cemetery here in Lake Worth, or any of the other veterans cemeteries, but unfortunately it doesn't cover everything there. So we We highlight what is specifically covered for veterans and their spouses and their families, and what is not. And then encourage them to, whatever isn't covered, to get that prearranged, and we offer special veterans discounts and spread out payments. We go above and beyond for
so hold on. So I am prearranged. Is that a word? Prearranged. And then if I tune in tomorrow, what time is it tomorrow?
6 o'clock tomorrow evening. So they're all listed on our Facebook page, or you can just text me and I'll send you a link that has a button to register for whichever seminar you're interested in. So tomorrow night, August 13th, Thursday, August 13th at 6 p.m., the cemetery. Tuesday, August 19th, Did You Know? Learn the benefits of prearranging. Wednesday, August 19th. Oh, wait. What is Wednesday? Is that the 19th or the 20th? Must be the 19th. So next Tuesday, the 18th. Sorry, I made a mistake. So Tuesday, the 18th, Did You Know? Wednesday, the 19th is Veterans Burial Benefits. They're all at 6 p.m. You just have to log in, register. There are limited spaces. You need to register ahead of time. You can do that anytime now for any of those seminars. We're going to send you a link, and just clicking on it, you can join from any computer, iPad, even the iPhone. Watch the seminar. You can participate in chats, things like that. And then we just say, let's meet online after the seminar, maybe not that night, but in the next few days. And we want to answer any questions you have. And then we're going to have a meal delivered right to your room, right to your home.
I got a question for you. I got a question.
Yeah.
Can I get a link that I can put on a MobiPop card? Because I know that when you drive traffic for people to watch the shows and things of that nature, there's a link there. It could be a general link. In other words, Dignity Memorial link, that when they snap on that link, it takes them to the pages.
Yeah, Wayne sent us the link. We can put it up.
Let's put that up. Because I got to tell you, it's really important that you sort of figure out what's going on before the time comes. And again, nobody likes to talk about this, but it's important.
I've got a link. Happy to share that. Please promote that where you can. Anyone watching, if you just text me, 561-654-9000, I'll happily send that link to you, and it's going to list all those different online seminars we're having, details about those discounts we have on offer, about the free scattering. So all that information is easily there. And then again, if you're setting an appointment with me or meeting with me, I just mentioned Brooklyn Cafe. I'm going to make sure you get a good discount there. Honor that for any viewers. We've got a lot of things going on.
Fantastic. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, they can find all the information. We're going to put the link on today's show, and then we can make a separate post as well and share that out. You can always find Wayne at Dignity Memorial Southeast Florida on Facebook and at 561-654-9000.
Yes, that's right. Wow, fantastic.
All right, and it looks beautiful there, Wayne. It's, you think you don't want to go over and visit, and you think this niche room is kind of something not on the top of your mind, but I'm telling you, when we were there, I was blown away by the professionalism, how it looks, how respectful it is. Heather, everything there is just done top notch, and that was just at the one in Puerto Rico. It just shows you the culture of Dignity Memorial.
Well, it shows you the people you're dealing with.
Exactly.
And people give you respect, and they respect what you do. And I got to tell you, Dignity went out the extra mile. I mean, we had nothing, and they opened it up, and they said to us, listen, do whatever you need to do. If you need to there was no water, Dawn. If you need to take a shower, use the bathroom and do what you can in there. I mean, we cleaned it all up afterwards, but it was just ridiculous. The food, they brought in sandwiches. There wasn't much to eat, but if you went outside, there wasn't anything.
There's something better than nothing.
And the AC was working. It's just a whole clutch of things that happened unexpectedly. We didn't expect it at all. And thank God that my mother had the hindsight to do it correctly. And it helped. It helped the most time. Yeah.
Get in touch with Wayne. Tune in for a seminar. It's free. You got nothing to lose. except you will gain some
Exactly.
information and make some
Unfortunately, everyone needs this information. Just encourage you to get this when it's not an emergency. Get the information. Just know what it is. We encourage you to secure your plans for yourself or a loved one. You can do it for someone else. But it's free from the comfort of your home. You can get the information, even a free meal delivered to your home. Why not get it?
Awesome. Wayne, thank you so much for joining us. Stay safe. Send our regards to Heather.
You too, guys.
Tune in tomorrow.
Will do. Yeah, I'm sorry she couldn't join us.
Next
She's
time.
going to help me do the seminar tomorrow night.
Fantastic.
And that's a lot of great information. So please join us if you can.
Thank you, Wayne, so much. We're going to kick this over to Pierre. Then we're going to go to commercial break and come back as we kick off our Kids Network. So take it away.
This segment is brought to you by Gubba Rum. Want something to help you relax after another hard day of work or something to enjoy with friends? Gubba Rum is the choice for you. Whether you want it on the rocks or something more stylish with a cocktail, Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
We are on fire. So let's spread your business like a wildfire. Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Amazon Fire. Contact us at 888-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with a click of a button. Together, we ignite.
Introducing Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of Scotch whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Yes.
Sure.
I got to tell you something.
Thank you.
That is my favorite movie. I love. As a matter of fact, I would like to do a movie night in here with that, picking West Side Story as the movie.
Well, I think it's a perfect segue then. Let's change our TV screen behind us, ladies. A perfect segue to our children's television network.
And what do you got cooking with that?
We got Bree and Allie joining us, actually the inspiration behind our kids' television network, joining us. And there they are. Hi, girls.
Hi.
We are so excited to have you join us. I have to tell you, Freddie hadn't run your show in a while because Teddy and Val and I have been doing it. You made him smile. He was so excited. He wouldn't let anybody else touch any of your film yesterday or today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us on the show.
So you've grown so much. Tell us about Kids in Capes and who you are.
Well, I'm Brielle. I'm Allie. And we released Go to Kids in Capes maybe like a year ago, something near that.
Right.
And our goal is to try to get other kids in the community to do kind deeds and like just share the kindness. Because everybody here is an amazing kid, but maybe some kids don't know that, so we want them to know that they are an amazing kid. And especially during now, the goal is to try to like get everyone to help because this is the time where people need help the most. Kids in Capes is where we do good needs for other people, not just for us. And we love to help people, and we love to make everybody have a smile on their face. We talk about a bunch of topics. We talk about kids' news. Sometimes we have some interviews, and sometimes we do like little crafts. So there's a lot of different topics. We have kids' news, sometimes history, and it's really like nice. It makes us have a smile on our face and the people who are listening, even though maybe they're not doing it with us, but we're just happy that they're listening to it.
You've got everyone smiling in the other room. What makes you smile?
Well, I love animals, but most of all, I love helping people. Well, things that make me smile is whenever I see somebody so happy and whenever I'm happy. And we love to go to amusement parks. That's like something we really like. And whenever people make us laugh, and we love spending time with our family and friends. Yeah.
What's it been like for you going virtual school?
Crazy. It has been crazy. I'm going to 5th grade, so I'm pretty excited for virtual school. Not definitely as excited as I would be for like normal school, but I'm still happy with doing school, and we still gotta be like with our friends. I'm a little excited for virtual school because I have to wear comfortable pants, but to be honest, now like I'm really used to it, so it may be a little easier. Hopefully schools will go back in September to normal. Yeah.
And how was your summer?
Great. It was great. We were actually just in Disney a weekend ago, so Disney and stuff. But it's really fun there, but you still need to be very safe. Like, they do a lot of hand sanitizer. You need to wear your mask almost everywhere, and it's really safe, but it's also very fun. We also went to camp, and yeah, we still had to wear our mask, but not for all of the activities, and that was also fun for our summer. Yeah, it was definitely, we paid attention to a lot of the COVID rules. And probably our most fun that we did in summer is helping others.
Amazing.
We are doing a sandwich making. Yeah, it's called Spreading the Love, and every week we have a different family make sandwich bags, and then we donate it to a local homeless population. And maybe one of you guys could do it, and you could put a sticker, or you could write, "Stay safe, have a nice day." Me and Allie actually did it. We made 100 sandwiches with our mom and us, so it's really fun to do, and it makes all of us feel so good to see those people get food and be so happy. It doesn't just make them feel good, it also makes us feel so great. Yes.
What kind of sandwiches can we make?
Well, you can make peanut butter and jelly, you can also make some with cheese and turkey. But if you're making peanut butter and jelly, just maybe try to make some with just jelly because peanut allergies is pretty common.
And some with just peanut butter, or you could do both.
Yeah.
And what do we do with them if we make 100 sandwiches?
You can make 100 sandwiches, and then
That's the limit. Like, that's what we're trying to do.
and then the goal is to like donate it to a shelter or somewhere where people go to get food that don't have food.
Unbelievable. How old are these kids?
Or kidsandcapes.com.
You can sign up at kidsandcapes.com. It's called Spreading the Love. That
Vinny,
is the sandwich
What do you think
project.
if we do this? Sign up at kidsandcapes.com and we make 100 sandwiches here in the theater.
It
and we
doesn't need to
donate
be
it.
100. You can make 50.
No more than
But
100.
the goal is 70, and if you're having a lot of fun with it, you can of course make more since that's like the
But
goal.
we don't want you to do so much because you may get tired. Like, don't do like 200, maybe.
But we got a lot of guys. We got a lot of people in here.
And I think there's a lot of people that need food, right?
Yeah, there is.
That could be interesting.
Especially during now, since of everything that's happening, people need the help really now. That's why we're doing the radio show to try and get other kids to start helping, because there's so much people now who need the help.
Yes.
I love this. I'm going to tell you, and the other exciting news is that you ladies have a show that's going to air tomorrow night. It's been embedded. Everything's been sent out. We are going to play it as a premiere tomorrow so people can see you on Thursday night
7
at
o'clock.
7 o'clock, which is a brand new spot for you. And you were courtesy enough to do a spot for the Children's Television Network. And I said to Dawn, what I would love to do is to make you two ladies the ambassadors to the channel so that we could do some more stuff. I think that the sandwich idea should be great. And we can
Thank
push
you
it up.
so much. Thank you, Dawn and Freddie. We are so happy. Thank you.
Thank you. This is an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
And Brielle, you're going into 5th grade? Allie, what grade are you going into?
I'm going into 3rd.
3rd grade. And what's that like for you? We get to watch you guys grow up, so for us it's really great.
Yeah. 3rd grade. 2nd grade was a little easy, but now 3rd grade is probably going to be easier since it's on virtual. Homework. We're not maybe going to not have some since virtual. 2nd grade, 1st grade, kindergarten, never got homework. So 3rd grade is probably when I'm going to start homework.
And if you could do anything to inspire kids and families, what would you want to do? If I could wave my magic wand and you could have a wish come true, what would it be?
Probably to get kids involved. Since a lot of times kids listen to these, but they don't know how they can help. So that's why we're trying to give ideas like the sandwich making project, going to kidsandcapes.com, and all of that just so like kids, because some kids really want to get involved, they just don't know where to sign up and how to do it.
Yeah, kids want to get involved, but sometimes they don't know what to do or they don't know how to do it. So that's why we're trying to help them, let them know, and that's why we're doing a lot right now.
And how do they get involved?
The kidsandcapes.com
Kidsandcapes.com.
or the local church.
Can you imagine?
They can do school activities for like community service. They can do a lot of stuff for that. And you shouldn't only do it for like community service. You should do it from the kindness of your heart.
Yeah, you shouldn't just do it to get good grades. You should do it to make other people feel great.
Because I promise you, you make other people feel good, but you feel so good yourself. So it's like a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win for all.
Amazing. Can you imagine in the 5th grade and the 3rd grade where you were? These kids they've been all over the world. They've been on television. They've been on radio. Can you imagine being a spokesperson at this young age? And they're not doing it inwardly. They're doing it outwardly. It just blows my mind. If people were to at least follow 50% of what these ladies represent, it would be a whole different place to live in.
I want to find out, Allie, what are some of your favorite activities?
Probably my favorite activities. Well, to be honest, I really don't know. I do violin. I love doing violin. I'm still gonna do it this year. I love doing reading, and my most favorite activity is probably helping others, volunteering.
How about you, Brielle?
Well, I also love volunteering. I sometimes like going in the pool, spending time with my family and friends, playing with my dog, since I love animals. And yeah, those are some things I like to do. I sometimes like to play like games, like air hockey and stuff like that.
Air hockey.
Air hockey. So much fun.
It is, and they're still kids, and they're growing up being kids, and they're leaders at their young age. What was the name of the movie where they always said that the world was being run by children? I don't remember the name of the movie, but yeah, I could see them being on any cabinet in any White House, just so you can get the pulse of what's going on around us. I mean, it's an amazing attribute when you get older and you look back at this, what you're going through right now. I got to tell you something, the bar is set very high. What you guys have done is an amazing aspect, amazing fact, and you find out when you have your families, you're going to say, I'm going to show you something, you tell me what you think. They're going to be blown away.
And before
Thank
I know you
you.
guys have to go in a minute or two, tell us about your show tomorrow. What are you talking about?
Well, we have kids news, all of that. We're gonna talk a little about Disneyland, like about going to Universal and that.
A little bit of everything.
Kindness.
And
All
what's
of
your
that.
tagline?
Our tagline is peace, love, and kindness.
You guys are the best. We love you so much, Bree and Allie. Kids in Capes are ambassadors to our kids' television network. You girls stay safe. We love you so much, and your mom.
You too.
And
Stay
tomorrow
safe.
night.
Thank you for inviting us.
Have a great afternoon, girls.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And that airs tomorrow
Unbelievable.
night at 7 o'clock. Not only do they stream, they're on radio, so they are part of our Beasley Broadcast Media Group. All of the productions today air on WWNN on 3 FMs and 1 AM on your iHeartRadio app, all over social media, and again on Saturdays.
What'd you do in the 5th grade? I didn't even know how to tie my shoes.
5th grade wasn't so good for me.
5th grade was pretty good for me, but I didn't even know how to tie my shoes.
I had to between 5th and 8th grade. It was kind of that awkward age for me.
It's amazing. And you know, the funny thing is that they've gotten better since we first started that one time in that room. It's
Yep.
close to a year now, no?
Pretty much, probably 8 months or so. I think they started in January. Yeah.
And they've gotten better, and the message has gotten louder.
And stronger,
And I was
right?
telling Dawn, you know what, I want to blow this thing up. I know that Vinny asked about getting associated with the Children's Network piece as well. I'm going to welcome him in and his ideas. But I think that what's happening right now with schools and everything else, seeing the world through their eyes, is really vital and important.
KidsInCapes.com. I think we should definitely make sandwiches. We certainly can make 100 sandwiches, even if we do 50 a day.
And we find a place to send them.
And we're going to register and find
All
it out.
in.
Maybe we'll put Vinny in charge of that project and see what happens, Vinny, when you volunteer. We say all in. And that is our recent graduate.
Today is Vinny's day.
He doesn't have to make all the sandwiches. We're just
He's-
going to find out where we're donating
Vinny
them
don't
to.
have to make any decisions today. Whatever Vinny wants. You get him drunk, somebody.
All right, we're going to kick this over to Lenny for Healing Moments, take a commercial break, and then we get to celebrate graduation style.
Healing Moments, found in Boca Raton. This is a wellness center where we've got massages, meditation, all to fight off stress, forgive you pain reduction, and help you medically as well. Healing Moments. Thank you very much.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
With me, Lenny Marine. If you want to sing along and participate on the show, please call 888-994-4995. I love to learn and discover the benefits of music on our mental and physical health. Music therapy will help you get through these tough times with entertaining and educating shows. Please tune in weekly on AMP Media Productions. And enjoy, folks.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
That was the beginning of a song called Stardust. And that's actually sung by Nat King Cole sings that song too.
Really?
He made it famous, yeah.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. So the next hour, as Slick calls it, is Power Hour. And Power Hour is we get to celebrate Vinny and graduation and all this great stuff. So Slick went out and he got a cake for you this morning, Vinny. He took care of everything for you. He's setting it up. He's got the little graduation decorations and.
I thought he was gonna pop out of the cake.
I was thinking about that, but I was thinking of an erotic cake for him. A nice erotic cake.
Now we gotta turn that camera.
This one?
That white one, yeah.
So we can see you guys. Get you all a mic.
I mean, we could have. You're right about that.
And I gotta ask you, why are you wearing your NASA shirt?
He has to have a mic.
We're taking off today.
Where you
Are
going?
they?
Are they?
We're taking off today.
You got a lot of things that I think Val put a segment together for today also, which we should take a look at. You didn't? What happened? She didn't finish it. Well, grab a mic and let's talk about it then.
She's working on it. It's a story that Vinny uncovered, I think. Airbnb with Blockbuster.
Oh yeah, Airbnb with Blockbuster.
Someone needs
Is
a
that
mic,
what
though.
it was, Val?
Oh, I don't understand how they do. Are you renting out the Blockbuster?
Like, I guess, like, you could rent it for one night, like a sleepover thing. Like, sleepaway. Like, they still have a little area with social distance, TV and stuff. You can watch movies in.
Isn't it
Like-
amazing how one thing can just go viral? Is it just one Blockbuster?
I think it's the only one left, right?
Yep, the only one left in existence.
Wow. And they turned it into a home, like a.
Like, for a few nights only. Like, next month, like, mid-September.
And that's
I
become
kind
a
of
whole
like
thing.
that idea.
I know we talk about all the time turning this place into a movie theater.
Relics
No,
of
I'm
lost
thinking-
technology.
I'm thinking of putting a room in the back, and a working kitchen and making a
B&B?
Yeah.
Bring in some extra money.
I kind of like that idea. Except that most of these guys will probably end up moving in here.
I think it's a good idea. Well, your son stayed here for a little while.
He stayed a couple of days here, yeah. While he was working on the equipment.
And that works as well. So, Vinny, what's next?
Just keep working and do what I have to do.
Which is what? Now that you're graduated, do you feel different?
Kind of same. Like I'm happy I don't have to go to school for a while now or ever, but I just do what I've been doing outside of school, work, just play games, and casual stuff.
You have a favorite class?
No, there's a few. Photography is one of good classes, and
Come sit over here where there's a camera.
All right, let's put you on the air.
My face, no.
Yeah.
It's your date, man. You have to show your face, man. The ladies have to know, man.
Exactly. Let's move over. So, photography was one of your favorites?
You mean besides my mom? No.
Your favorite class?
Photography is one of them, and what was that one multimedia class I took?
And what'd you learn? Like, what inspired you to keep going?
I felt like it mostly. That's how I felt like. I just go for it because, why not?
And it wasn't an easy, couple years. This wasn't like, oh, this is easy, I'm in and out in 3 years. You stuck with it.
Yeah, but I noticed near the end I was getting burnt out, so it's like, okay, maybe my time is done.
And you got through it.
Yep. It was hard, especially calculus, it was hard.
It's funny, when we, in the day when we went to college, it was to identify what we wanted to learn about ourselves and then pick a career. And I told my sons when they went to college that you have to back into your career now. You sort of want to start early so that you sort of get a flavoring towards where you want to go. I mean, I changed my major 100 times because I didn't like any of them. I didn't want to be a doctor.
What was your degree in? What was your major ended up being?
Business administration and political science.
No wonder you're so interested in all that. And look, you're not doing any of it here. Kind of business.
Well, I do the business part of it. I was also a minor in sociology. Is that a thing?
Sure.
In sociology, because I figured if you're going to be good in business, you should understand how people tick-tock.
Tick-tock is exactly right. Did you have a favorite class?
My internships. I became an auxiliary because of my internships. I learned a lot about my community, about people. I also learned that you're only as successful in business as much as you can give. So the more you give, the more successful you are. Because it's funny, you can try to raise through the crowds by yourself, or you can have the masses raise you, and it's a whole different take on what's going on.
It's an interesting take on it because all of you guys, do you rely on us to, I don't want to say tell, but suggest on the things we want done, or can you take the initiative and say, I see this, you feel comfortable enough now to say, this is what I'd like to do?
I should go both. I trust some of my skills to do some things, but I go for you if I needed anything, or what you guys needed. Because some moment I'm losing creativity, it's what else should I make? It's
what do you think, Pierre?
I'd say both also. Sometimes you do need to slow down and not be too aggressive because you might end up slipping.
Pierre, never ever stop being aggressive. And never worry about other people telling you that you're too aggressive. Because in life, it's about this it's about like this. It's a blink. So if you need to be aggressive because you know what you want, then you got to do what you need to do. The bottom line here is you only have to be responsible for the person in the mirror and just don't hurt anybody else. But your ideas are never small. We rely on your ideas, the creativity that comes out of this building. People text me during our show, where did you find these kids? Because they see your shows, they see what you're putting out there. You had a nice show today, I was watching it. I was in the middle of 15 different things, and then I ran over to another show in here. I'd rather watch you guys do what you're doing than watching TV, and that says a lot because I'm a TV
like to watch
buff.
TV.
I love it.
What was your show about today?
I talk about the Blockbuster thing a little bit. I got my guest in who does these cool political cartoon drawings. He was my former classmate back in first semester of design class.
And he's doing political cartoons?
Like he has a style of that, like very. It gives you that 1920s cartoonist feeling.
Do you have any of them?
Oh yeah, I posted. Oh yeah, I still have in the other room actually.
We'll have to post some of those. I'd
We
love
have to
see
put that
that.
together. We should make a spot for him.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I said he looks like the guy who does reenactment Civil War. He looks like the type.
Did he graduate? Is he graduating also?
He graduated already.
So what's he doing now?
Right now I think he's working at a grocery store and doing some cartoons on the side also.
Is it hard, do you think, to get a job in the field that you got your degree in this field now? Or an internship?
I think in this day and age, this year, most likely not. Beforehand, possibly, but this year, no. I think everyone needs multimedia.
It's harder. From what everyone's telling me that calls, there are no physical internships. It's hard to do production virtually. It's hard to learn virtually to do what we do. We can do it, but for you to learn it, it's hard.
Well, what happens now is that you have a vault of talent. So when things get back to some kind of normalcy, and the people call us and say, listen, do you have? You're looking at it. You're looking at the kids. That not only have you done your own shows and done the production around it and commercialization and everything about it, but you guys, some of you in here are learning even how to sell product and everything else. It's all part of the growing equation of what's going on. And I will compare what we learn in here to any college out there. I will take it on head on because this is living experience and that's learning experience. Two different things that are going on right now.
There's a lot of things. And Val, you graduate in the end of the summer, Val? December. So we get to do this all
I know,
again.
we get to do this. I want to do it every day. Slick, when did you graduate, Slick? I think that we have to celebrate Slick's also because we missed it.
Woo!
Yeah, we are. We're gonna have a dancing guy for you. I mean, a dancing girl come out of a cake.
What kind of cake did you get for Vinny?
Oh, I got something spicy. I got red velvet with buttercream.
Oh, that's bomb.
That's what he loves.
Oh, nice.
Your
Nice choice.
Your wingman knows what he wants.
Thanks, dude.
No, I bought it for myself, but I'm just
Okay, yeah. Don't worry. I would act the same way too.
That's funny. He said, what should I get? I said, whatever you and Vinny like. He goes, I gotcha. Which is hilarious.
I always say, like last year, I stopped doing multimedia to computer science since I thought there'll be a bigger field for that, but it's a massive pain. It was hard.
Science.
Yeah, computer science.
Yeah. Well, you know, I call him the Da Vinci with a camera because he does a lot of work with cameras and everything else. And everybody in here, you're going to find your niche. And once you find your niche, then you're going to blow it up. If you like working with kids, it's one thing. I think this children's television network
Aren't those cute girls unbelievable?
It's a dream that I've had for years to follow that Fuego with the Latino market. Years. And these are ideas that we've posted even before I knew you. I wanted to do these things. I couldn't pull it off. I'm not that talented, but there is talent in the talent pool. And here they come. And all you got to do is you got to open it. I mean, I love what Teddy does. I love that spot that the kids put together. The music, the whole nine.
The whole commercial,
thing.
yeah?
Whole thing. I love that Lenny does the music therapy piece. Always, ever since I met Bree. And you know Bree has a spot in my life because every time she comes in here, she plays my brother's song, she makes me cry. Okay? So I've always chased this dream. And then you got Slick. I'm going to tell you, if I had a third son, I wish it was him. All seriously aside, I'm serious. Because this kid is learning on the go. He's the most giving soul I've ever met. Slick doesn't ever say no. Even if he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Slick, I need you to drive this 5 standard stick truck to Orlando. Okay. And he figures it out on the way up to Orlando. How do I change gears?
No, I'll probably try to figure it out at the moment that you said. I'm like, where am I getting this truck? Where am I finding this truck?
But he never says no, and he pushes forward. And that's what you need more of. You need people to say, let's give it a try. Let's go.
Yep, and we got the girls in the other room, and they're all learning and doing.
I mean, that's a whole different crew.
I know.
That is one scary crew you got cooking in there.
Those are my girls.
And now they got Latina Selena in there. Oh my goodness gracious.
Those are my girls, all I can tell you. They bring it every day.
It's an accomplishment to graduate. And I know that everybody wants to walk. I get it. I really do. And I'm really serious about bringing Lewis in here and putting a waterproof stage on the outside and putting a big thing behind it so you can come and take pictures. You know, the end of the game, when you graduate and you sit there and for 15 minutes it's you know what? I did this. And you look at your degree when it comes in 3 months, 6 months, whenever the hell it comes, and you put it in front of you and you say, that's me. And nobody can take that away from you. Ever. For the rest of your life. No matter what happens in your life, nobody can take that away from you. And that's your degree. When somebody like over here, my friend over here, has masters, that's another level. It's the one thing that my sister always told me. She says, it doesn't matter the color of your hair. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't even matter the color of your eyes. Those pieces of paper say, I did it and I got it done. You should celebrate that every day, ladies and gentlemen. Not once a day, every day, because what you did, what you guys have done, what you ladies have done also, nobody can take that away from you. Ever. Ever. For the history of your life, you will always be a graduate.
I remember one of my internships when I was in college. I worked at Channel 4 in Miami on this show called Montage with Michael Putney. And it was local. You weren't in Florida at the time. And they had all these funky, wonky stories.
Funky wonky.
Funky wonky. And one of these stories, like you'll always remember, this woman drank her own urine. Honest to God. And we had to go through footage after footage of her drinking her urine and watching her eyes turn yellow because she drank so much urine. It like changed the chemistry of her body. Apparently it's safe and it's sterile. Like the things you remember in internships of what it was.
This is a real thing, or this is a dream?
This was the real thing. This was what I had to work on in my internship when I was going through film. And it was on...
Somebody drinking urine?
Yes.
Live air?
This is a story. Well, it was not live. It was an edited piece you put together. I know. I'm telling you. This was one of the stories. And then there was another intern I worked with, and he was like a totally go-getter. So if you messed up, he would be the first one to go, Dawn did it. And he would totally, even if it was him, Dawn did it. He would always be pointing the blame so he could, I don't even know what he's doing now, so he could rise up into the internship pool. I'm telling you, it was like
Keep
a cut.
that urine story in the background.
We should actually look it up. I should go through my old tapes because
I want to see it now.
you remember the big videotapes? You weren't in production then, but the big ones, they weren't the little cassettes, but they were big
The
ones.
big 8-tracks like that one.
Even bigger.
Like VHS kind of
The
thing?
VHS,
Even
yeah.
bigger
the
than
beta
for
ones.
production. The beta,
Yes.
I guess
Betamax?
it was. So all,
This was this big.
all of my films from school and from that are
Is that
on these
big?
big, I have them at home, are on these big tapes, which is hilarious. Who even knows how they play anymore?
You should, yeah.
I
you
should do
gotta
what
get-
with them?
you
You'll
should-
see
you gotta
me in my
convert them into
in
disc.
college and all my production classes on these big tapes.
Gio, if you're watching, we got another conversion.
Isn't that funny?
That's hilarious. Now, talking about internships, do you guys understand the pit? When you go to jail, there is a pit where you talk to your attorney, and it's a big round room. In New York City, they have a pit. I was doing an auxiliary. I was working for legal. What is the legal that you get when you don't have money?
Legal aid?
Legal aid. So I was working for legal aid, Jack Stackhouse. And Jack told me, wait in the pit for me, I'll be right back. That was at 11 o'clock in the morning. Jack Stackhouse forgot about me. It was 8 o'clock at night. And they were coming to take me to Rikers Island. Now, you know the Rikers Island is a big island and they put the criminals in there. So I said, no, and I showed them my badge because they gave you a badge. This is an internship. So why are you still here? I says, I'm waiting for Jack Stackhouse. Oh, Jack went home hours ago.
He left you there.
So the next day, I say, Mr. Stackhouse, what happened? Oh my God. How long were you there? 8 o'clock. He says, okay, dinner's on me. He took me at 2 o'clock for lunch, dinner, that lasted till 9 o'clock. And I learned one thing. No matter how big you are, if you're in the pit and you're there for more than an hour, go the hell home. But that's what I
doesn't feel
learned
right, you
from
gotta
legal
go.
aid. Oh my God.
We got to ask the girls. You guys, you have mics in there.
Internship war stories.
I
You
think
have
we're
any?
Val's first internship.
Who has any internship war stories?
I never mostly retail horror stories, but internship? Not really, no.
Oh, you work for a coffee house, should remain nameless.
Yeah.
Is that one of your internships?
No, I actually enjoyed my internship here. Although there are a few bizarre people who I ironically enjoy because of their weirdness.
I got one.
That would be him.
I got one.
What do
I'm
you
always
got?
afraid when you say something like that.
It was at Palm Beach Broadcasting. I was working on this morning show called KV&J. This was back in, I'll say 2014, like mid 2014. But basically, he was doing a spot, like a live spot with his phone. So basically, he was in one of the, what is it, the vans, the registered vans for Palm Beach Broadcasting.
Right.
Every time someone's seen the van early that morning, because it was a morning show, whoever honked at the van, he strips. And his
He
name
would
was
take clothing
Jason.
off?
Correct. He took all of his clothing
And you
off,
were there?
And I was recording.
Oh, you were
And
recording.
I was trying, I was trying to be clean. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, but he was basically drawers off, undershirt off,
Drawers off.
everything.
In front of you.
In front of me. He didn't. There was no windows in this van.
I like that.
In the
But
van.
Every time they seen the van and whoever honked, he removed the article of clothing.
On the air.
On the air. But you have to log in.
Was this radio or TV?
It was radio.
And that's why he could do it.
Yeah. On the air. It was a, what is it? It was a live stream from his phone to the radio station to whatever.
From his phone.
What a madman.
It was a KVJ show, but they're still funny though. They're still funny.
Can we have a KVJ here?
No.
KVJ, Kevin Virginia Jason.
Kevin and Virginia, we do. That's up at iHeart.
Kevin Virginia Jason, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we know them. We were
Yeah,
there.
I was on the spot.
Yes.
I was
We-
on
I
the
know that maniac.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, my God. I'm
Yeah.
going to make a
I was
phone
working
call.
with
And
them
we know
for a while.
KVJ.
When we were in iHeart, we knew all the players up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy smoke. We
Yeah.
got to meet the guy from New York down. I got to meet him, what's his name? The famous guy on
Howard
Z100. No, I got to meet Howard
I
Stern.
know.
Really? How was he?
I was doing a bowling alley. This was when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And I got into the construction business. And they gave me a historical building in New Jersey. And I fixed it all up. And people heard about it. And Howard decided to do his Christmas party at the bowling alley. Okay, so here comes Howard. He's there. First of all, he eats like a fiend. Because they put this big spread out. The radio station bought like $10,000 worth of food. There wasn't enough food there to feed the hungry for a year. It was ridiculous. So he's eating a sandwich. So I said, let me go and see if Howard will talk to me. Because he don't talk to nobody. And he says, you're putting mayo in a sandwich? This is how the conversation started. And I said, yeah, I put a lot of mayo on my sandwich, Howard. So he started to talk to me. The one thing he told me is don't ever let anybody in the business change who you are. That's what he said. He said to me, haters will always be haters. Fans will always be fans. But the only person who's you will always be you. Don't let nobody change you. So I thought, wow, here I am. I'm having a sandwich with Howard Stearns. He started to bowl. He was horrible. He kept hitting the gutters. So I said to Howard, you want me to get the bumpers for you? So he puts $1,000 on the table. He says to me, I bet you can't bowl a strike. Now I was a 180 average.
Ooh.
So I said to him, you sure you want to do that? He says, yeah. I bowled 3 in a row on him, but I didn't take the money. I never took the money from Howard Stern. And that meant more to him than anything else. And it's funny because he stayed in contact with me maybe for 2 weeks, and then he changed his number, which he used to do periodically, and that was the end of that.
Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hear from the girls. Cut your cake, Vinny. It's time to celebrate a huge accomplishment. You know what? You never gave up. You put a lot of years in, and here you are in your internship, and we're so glad you're here.
Thank you, guys. I
We see
appreciate
you
you
in a
here
different
too.
way. We love having you, and now you're going to be part of our Kids Network, which makes me really, really happy.
Woo!
Awesome. Let's take a quick commercial break. I don't know who I'm turning this over to, Slick. Do you know? We're turning it over to you? All right, why don't we do when we come back on Rejoiner?
Yeah, when we come back, let's do Lenny. Let's take us out with some music, and then we'll come back. Star Wars.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power. A platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
2020 Network is a platform to amplify the impact and voices for Gen Z and millennials, covering topics from small businesses, cooking, inspiration, and hot topics. 2020 puts a modern spin to what is happening in our world and everyday lives. 2020 Network has something for everyone. There's Slick Speaks, Teddy Unscripted, Small Talk, Homemade with the Animator, Musical Therapy, Spotlight, No Pun Intended, Callaway's Corner, What's the Tea. We will be sure to help you amplify your impact and inspiration on the 2020 Network. We are an upbeat, dynamic group that turns every show into a great time.
Not all CBD products are made the same. Here at your CBD store, our trained and highly educated staff can help recommend the perfect products for you. Stop in and see for yourself at one of our locations in Pembroke Pines, West Boca, Boynton Beach, or Singer Island. Or call us today at 561-437-1080. Again, that's 561-437-1080.
All right, today in history, guys, we have, as you know, it is Power Hour. Today in history is Vinny's graduation. But besides Vinny's graduation, we have today in history, and Vinny, I need your help on this one. This is for vinyl record. It's Vinyl Record Day, and we are bringing up. Oh, it's Vinyl Record Day, and we're bringing up Elvis to just display him, and basically you can see Elvis and everybody else at the Boca Gallery here in Boca. And back to you guys on the Brooklyn Cafe TV show.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Freddie's being the host with the most. And it's such a big place that even when I scream, nobody hears me, which is all good. I feel like I'm home. You go, kids, and no one answers. And I heard you the first time, then why don't you acknowledge me? That's all I can tell you. But we've got a cake. Teddy is going to get gloves and cut the cake for graduation. Vinny, what are you planning on doing tonight?
Absolutely nothing.
You know what they say after graduation, and what are you doing next? I'm going to, did we finish that?
Going to Orlando, yes.
Oh, God, no.
Disney World.
No, I'm done with Disney World, no.
You're done with Disney World. We got to get some more, there's stories. Teddy will grab a mic and tell us her stories of internship. I think there's one over there.
Didn't Teddy have like a nightmare internship once?
I don't know. Teddy, did you have a nightmare internship? I don't remember. Where was she? That was a nightmare.
Must have been.
And I think we're Val's first internship. Selena, how about you? Your first internship too. I'm afraid to ask what she thinks.
Wait a minute. I just realized I had a different internship before this. I just remembered.
He just remembered.
What was the internship you had?
Beforehand, I worked with this small podcast company. Like, they want me to help out with how they promote their stuff, how to make like clips of their show. But I kind of lost contact with them for a while before I started here. And before that, I joined this company that's like try to sell you hurricane doors and windows.
And how'd that go for you?
I never say like, oh, you can make this much money if you do this and that. I was like, yeah. To keep repeating that, I was like kind of suspicious. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
did you ever buy your cake and get a picture? Slick can get a picture of.
But the funny thing is, they
Vinny
didn't
over there?
tell you that if you don't sell, you don't make any money.
Exactly.
Correct.
That's the point
But
that
then
you
like,
learn.
That's the
I
point,
didn't do
yeah.
much since the virus happened. I got, I don't know, lazy with that. Like, I try to contact people online. It's like, hey, you want to do this? You want to get this? We could do a free estimate of how much you want to do it.
That's called a cold call.
And they're like, no.
Yeah. People are like, no, or
Tough
sorry.
business.
And when I got people, it's like, sorry, don't do people like that. Like, people does things like, oh, man.
I remember my daughter's first job. She was going to work for Cutco.
Really?
She was going to sell knives in Gainesville, and I said, "That sound like you're? Oh no, you're not." And she said, "Why not?" I said, "You're not going to strange people's houses door to door to sell knives." And in Gainesville, I said, "Absolutely not." So she ended up going to work at Disney World, and here we are. But
They want me to do something like that too. Like, since they say like I have a cool like aura or something and funny looking, I'll say. They say they like how my style basically. They like how my style, like you guys like my style. They want me to go to people's doors and talk about it. It's like, hey, you should get these doors for hurricane season.
we like
Woo."
your style. We got to get a picture of you with your cake. Do this all out. You going out for dinner tonight? Is there virtual graduation?
Virtual graduation, definitely. Will I watch it? Maybe.
Somebody's got to cook your dinner. What was the very first job you had? Do you remember the first job you ever had?
Yeah, I do.
Considering how far do we go back?
Your very first job.
My first job, yeah. You're gonna laugh at me.
What is it?
My first job I had was in between freshman and sophomore year in college, and I worked at a construction site.
And why doesn't that surprise me?
I was a temp at a construction site in the trailer,
Of course you were.
and that was my first job. My first internship, though, was with Waxy 105.9. After I graduated high school, before college, I did cold calls at the radio station, but my first paid job was at the trailer in the
We'll leave
construction
you,
site.
from now on, we'll leave
I
you for
told you,
last.
don't ever, there always seems to be a guy involved in my life.
Yeah, more than one. Lenny, what was your first job?
I was a waiter at a Italian restaurant in my neighborhood in Weston.
You
And for a
were
lot of-
really a waiter?
Yeah. At first I had to be trained for a while, but eventually I became a waiter. But I was trained and was a waiter for my first job there.
Slick, what was your very first job ever?
First job, I was a cashier.
Where?
Marshalls.
A Marshall.
A Marshall.
Yeah.
I like that Vinny's taking a picture of his own cake, but we need Vinny in the picture. I took pictures of it. Oh, okay.
It was the worst.
I go, Vinny, we need you. Thank you, Teddy.
I mean, it was the
Unbelievable. Okay,
best.
so where is Vinny? I want Vinny behind the cake because I want to make a toast for Vincenzo. As they already cut the cake in pieces.
Cakes and pieces is gone.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Cake was so
Do
strong.
we have a camera? Can we open up camera 3? And we have Valerie behind the board, and we haven't forgotten her.
She's still laughing over there. Val, we have the white camera on? She's on
But
it. We've got Teddy running every which way. You know, I always feel like I go in there and I go, girls, we need some help out here. And they all come out, they all help. It's like full speed ahead.
I know. I say, girls, we need some help out here. Nobody ever came out.
Teddy's always like, the room is on fire and she comes running out.
Teddy, do that again. You're on camera.
Yeah,
Vinny,
you definitely.
get behind the cake. We're going to give you a toast.
All right, a toast to our graduate as soon as he gets over there. I think Vinny does not like being in front of the camera. I have
He doesn't like it.
He has tried every which way to be behind the camera today.
No, he's good. He's good.
On the couch, on the chair, over there.
Don's right about that. He
Am I
doesn't
right?
like. He doesn't like to be on camera.
Not wrong, but I'm trying to get used to it in the future.
Sam, I am. Do you like red velvet cake?
I need him to get behind the. There you go. Yes, I love I love velvet cake. I love velvet cake. All right, then there you go.
You
with
like
the big
velvet
hole.
cake?
You ready?
All right, you ready?
He's ready. He's ready. He got this.
To the. Slick, you want to do this?
What?
The toast?
I'm on bad toaster, so you
You're a
got
bad
this.
toaster. You're a good drinker, bad
Yeah,
toaster?
good joke.
All right, hold up your glasses if you got them. This is to Vinny. I don't know his first name, but he will always be my cousin Vinny. Congratulations on your success. We wish you nothing but the future best. And from us, your new family, we wish you much happiness. Congratulations. Cheer, cheer.
Cheer, cheer. You always have a home with
Couldn't
us.
say it better myself.
I couldn't find the rest of the bells because somebody took them.
I put them away someplace. I got to remember where I put the bells, but we're going to find the bells.
That's okay. Walk in front of the cameras.
I don't know if I've ever had a piece of red velvet cake before.
What?
You know how you've never had a s'more?
But red velvet. Red velvet.
Have you ever had red velvet cake?
Me? I lived on it. What do you think I'm a diabetic?
You know, it doesn't surprise me. Wow, look at these. These are pieces. Slick, this is some cake you got.
Slick, where'd you get this from?
Publix, you know, they have
best.
everything. I'm telling you.
Wow, this frosting. I got to tell you.
I miss Publix when I went up north, though.
You go
There was
right
no
for the
Publix.
cake, frosting cake. Vinny, how do you like red velvet cake?
It's delicious. I just wish I had one friend I knew for a while to like be here for this moment for me, but we lost touch a bit.
Where's
Maybe
your
she's
friend?
watching.
Nah, she's busy with her own life, so.
You want us to get you a new friend?
No, I'm good, I'm good.
You want us to find her? We can reach out to her right now and give her a cold call.
You already know what I said about that
Well,
friend,
her
bro.
phone's out of service too. It's weird. Like I never used to hung out for a lot back in, for the past few years. She's like a cool older sister or an aunt, I would say. I mean, I was hoping to do this with her in the future. Like I talked about this, like we should do our own show. We should make our own skit, but you know.
Sometimes you gotta lose them.
I bet you she'll come back when you become rich and famous.
Sometimes you gotta lose them, bro.
Even Dad was saying probably not.
Well, maybe we can find her. So what's this feel like for you, Vinny, too? I mean, 8 years of college, that's a huge commitment.
I honestly thought I wouldn't get this far.
But you did it.
Yeah. What a ride it has been. The people I meet, the stuff I get to see, the laughs, the humor I did, the craziness.
Do you have a favorite moment?
Here or in general?
Either or.
Whatever turns your boat.
Or floats it.
I knew I messed that up too.
I remember that I brought my dog to school because I left something at school, so I brought my dog, which I shouldn't have. Don't worry about it. I did that like years ago. I only left there for 10 seconds. People were watching. What the hell? I don't do it.
So you brought your dog to school.
Yep.
I dated a dog in school, but bada boom.
Woof.
Has there been a life-changing moment for you?
After I left New York to come back to Florida, that was a big life-changing moment. When I first moved there and came back, that was like a period of what I am and where I am in this world.
Where in New York did you live?
I stayed with my folks up in Manhattan, Upper East Side. Then I stayed with my grandmother later on at Jamaica, Queens.
Where on the east side? I'm curious.
8th, 9th, and 1st.
Wow, fancy schmancy.
Yeah. My dad and my stepmom lived there.
So was life-changing when you moved back here?
Yeah. Well, for me, like I have a different perspective on life then. And then I met a different group of friends there. I never know a lot of things I did with them. It's funny, they know me, and they just use my name as a verb at that point. It's like, you just Vinny that up.
Oh, we're going to hashtag Vinny.
I was like, what did I do? It's like, you know what you did, Vinny.
He Vinny'd it up.
Vinny, were you by the Harry Hudson Parkway?
I think so, yeah.
What year were you there, Vinny?
Like back in 2013.
No, okay.
2013, 2014.
I worked in those apartments. Those are beautiful apartments.
You weren't there then.
That's all.
And how are things now? Life-changing?
Yeah, like since I got a new perspective on life, I feel like things really changed for me back from when I was high school. It was a different time for me. Like how I feel, how I went through. I used to see the world as black and white.
Now how do you see it?
Just how it is, just here, in the moment, now, with everyone here, the people you meet, the memories you have, you share.
Did-
It's beautiful.
Did you prejudge things before you did them back then, and now you sort of more about, okay, this is the way it is?
Yeah, before it's like, this is gonna happen to me, something bad's gonna happen to me, I know for sure, but I still go with it anyway. Before you'd be happier, I now have a better attitude about it. It's like, this is gonna happen, but why not?
You knew the consequences, but you did it anyway.
Yeah. Either I seen or I didn't see it coming, but I know what to do. Like, just expect the unexpected, just go through with it.
And before we went on air today, you said you had this vision of working on it with a kids show.
I made a joke about it like last year. It's like something telling me I could work with kids in the future, or some kids show or something like people did back in the 90s. Like, remember the Wiggles?
Yes. Oh, you would be great doing that. Did you boys ever watch The Wiggles? Is
That was the name of my cat, Wiggles.
that why you looked at me funny? There was a show, and the guys were all dressed in different colors.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the one.
The Wiggles.
That sounds absurd.
Well, Vinny's kind of absurd in his own funny, cool way, though, and it's how you deliver the message, right?
So you watched this show?
My kids were sort of out of that.
Which
My
those
daughter
are
grew up
big,
with
big things.
My
and they
daughter
used
grew
to
up with
wiggle?
Barney and Baby Bop. That was her generation, but you guys are a little bit younger.
But they were like these big canobs.
No, the guys were just like guys in spandex.
Yeah, that's what I used to
For
wake
lack of
up.
a better term.
I used to wake up and says, I need to turn on the TV. I miss my spandex guys.
So, Vinny, what kind of show do you want to create?
Like, something weird in the show I'm doing now, like something off the mark, bizarre, with some kind of stop motion sidekick, like a parrot or something.
Well, you're off to a flying start. I wanted
Like
to
he-
bring a parrot in here, and I was told I could.
You know, one of those stuffed animals puppetry kind of thing. Like, I got an idea of that from some Brazilian show. They like put puppetry on there. I was like, I want to do something like that.
Oh, we should totally put a kid show together for you. That would be awesome.
I think we should go buy tube socks. Tube socks.
Okay, make
And
puppets.
make puppets.
Okay,
I've made puppets with wigs and stuff. You ever done that?
sure.
I used to do that with my hands. I used to make this the lips.
And if you turn the light on a certain way, you have like a shadow, right?
No, we didn't have any lights. We were very poor. We used to use a magic marker as lipstick.
It was actually a cool, comic I saw. There was on social media, and there was a woman sitting in a wheelchair, and she projected with the light, the way she moved her hands, she looked like this beautiful, magnificent ballerina. And it was a meme about, it's all about your perspective. And she was about 80, 90 in a wheelchair, and how she projected herself was this beautiful ballerina. And it says a lot about how you share who you are.
I'm going to tell you what a difference your culture and Latino cultures are. I'm sitting here. Do you remember Chapulín Colorado?
Yes.
Okay, do you know what a Chapulín Colorado? You know what a Chapulín is, right?
No.
No.
It's not a cricket. Okay, well, in this country, it's the stuff that gets into cats and dogs.
A flea?
Like a tick.
Flea and tick? Holler. Is it a
They made
kid
a
show?
whole super duper guy, like a tick. It was called El Chapulín Colorado. They know it. In Mexico. And that was what I grew up on.
Interesting.
Until my sister says, you know, that's a tick. And I said, what? And she took a tick out of my cat or dog, I don't know, Nina. She says, this is what you were watching. Never watched it again.
One day we got to have a little chit chat with your sister.
Oh, no, please.
But I love Vinny's perspective on it. You've got a perspective like an old soul, because you said your life was life-changing for you, but you're all of a ripe old 20, your mid-20s.
Yeah, 26.
So to have a life-changing event, you said in 2000, which means you were really young back 20 years ago.
No, early 2010s actually was life changing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was still 10 years ago, which meant you were like, 16 years old.
Like this. Wait, 20? Really? 2012, really? No, it's 18 years old.
He's asking her. Excuse me, were you there? Do you know?
How old was I, Claudia?
Wait a minute.
You remember when I was...
Like early 2010s.
I want to thank you for straightening out his life. Now, the magical wanding question is, you have a magic wand. What, I can't get over the idea of this whole thing. What do you want to see tomorrow? What do you want to accomplish tomorrow?
Honestly, I really don't think. I don't want to think about the future so much right now. I just want to enjoy the moment.
Think about it though. What do you want to see tomorrow? Think about it.
Probably an asteroid just crashed down in the middle of the
Why
street.
would you say that? See, that's
Hey, that'd be
why I say
interesting,
think
wouldn't
about
it? Tomorrow.
But I love
Going
that he
down
just
the
wants to enjoy. How amazing, though, that he just wants to enjoy the moment here with us at the Brooklyn Cafe. This graduation that Slick helped put together for you and bring
Thanks,
forward.
dude.
He just wants to enjoy this moment. You know how amazing that is? Especially in the times that we're in, where graduation has changed, people aren't going back to campus. It's not this big pomp and circumstance. I call this our extended family, and that we get to do this for you is a blessing for us, and that you enjoy it is like a major double blessing.
It is, because it's tough to think about where you want to be right now. You just want to be present, I guess. I guess that's the new norm, as they say.
It kind of is. I think it makes you reassess what you're doing.
Now, Selena, are you still in school or you graduated?
No, I graduated
When did you graduate?
about like a year ago.
That's another one we missed. We have all these parties we got to do.
We missed a part. Do we have another commercial, Slick? Oh, no, not at all. We're all caught up. All right, good to know.
Oh, no, not at all. Hard pass.
Is this your first internship?
Yes.
Not even when you were in school?
No. I was so busy, focusing in like graduating, and I was working as well. I was doing like side projects on, my free time.
Are you so now that you finish are you ever going to go back to school and get a master's, or you're done with that?
I actually do want to pursue my master's, but I'm thinking probably out of state. So right now I'm just like in the
Out of
process.
state?
Yeah.
Right now you can do it any which way because everything's virtual. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking of going back to school.
And for what?
Get my master's.
In?
Psychology today.
Okay.
So that I can understand the rest of the world.
Hard pass on that one.
If I become the president of the United States, am I allowed to go to night school?
We could do a show called
Can
Night
I,
School.
Can I as president of the United States, can I go back to school at night? Can I do that?
I'm sure you can, yeah.
Can you imagine the president is about to go
He
to
will-
night school?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
That could be a TV show, honestly. I can see that.
Couldn't it? Am I? Well,
Yeah.
I'm just telling the world I should have done this about 20 years ago. Here I am coming at 58 years of
No,
age.
but it's never too late.
Correct.
Yeah, it's never too late to study.
Never too late,
Go
yes.
back to school.
Never
Correct.
stop learning.
Do I have to read?
Oh, of
That's the
course.
problem.
You got
Of course.
to.
Got
Hard
paid for
pass.
expensive college
You
textbooks.
got to.
You got to read. Don't they have like things that talk to you now? This is your book. Don't
And-
they talk to me?
And only use it for a little bit of semester, then forget about it.
Yeah, and it's the book that you barely.
So you got to
open.
read it. You can't have somebody read it to you and all that. I can't
No,
pay
not at
somebody.
all. Not at
I
all,
have a
son.
vision of Vinny doing stand-up one day and going back and like talking back about what it was like going through the situation and graduation and school and books, and it's like, remember the Billy Crystal one that we watched? When he went through his whole life and it was
Oh yes, on
right?
stage.
On stage. I can see Vinny doing a piece like that. And when I did this is what happened in my home in New York. And then I did this internship and school was crazy and books were online. And I had this wingman Slick and this whole thing he's doing as a stand-up. And how it was just what changed his life.
Do you remember Howdy Doody? You guys remember
Yes.
Howdy Doody?
That's an old one.
Do you know my mom was a ventriloquist on that show?
You know, you told me that once. I can see Vinny and Slick. One of them is going to have the red dots, and the other one, and you'll sit there, you'll stand there like this, and the other guy will talk. So let's say Slick will be talking, and there'll be the ventriloquist, and Slick will be like this. And no, you'll be talking, and he'll just be looking at the camera as a ventriloquist. And you'll drink water as he's talking, you know, and you have your hand on his back going like that. I would love that. I think it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I wonder how Doody got his name.
How you doing?
Really?
Yes.
Did you guys realize that?
Never.
Howdy doody, how you doing? Wow. You are a vast world of knowledge.
I have a vault of useless
Oh my
information.
gosh, is that a thing?
I can't believe you didn't know that.
Before my time, clearly. If my mom was there doing her
What
ventriloquist-
color was Dino the dinosaur dog on the Flintstones?
That show's amazing.
Purple?
I like the Flintstones.
Pink.
Purple, right?
Where do you think they got Barney,
Barney?
from?
Where?
Dino the dinosaur
Dino
from
the
the
dinosaur
Flintstones.
from the Flintstones. That's where they got Barney from.
Interesting.
You guys remember Barney?
Yeah, I know. Really? Wait, that's how Barney the dinosaur got the name from.
That's
Fred's
how they came
neighbor?
up with the idea.
Really?
Dino was. Remember that? That was
I gotta
Dino.
tell you, when Chelsea was a baby, so 1992, Barney was just coming out, and the only thing we could do in Texas, it was so hot in the summer, was I would go to the mall with her every day. We'd find another mall to go to, and Barney and Baby Bop. Barney was brand new, nobody knew. So you talk about cold calling. Barney would go in a costume and stand in front of the anchor stores, and you could just go meet and greet Barney, and it just grew and grew and grew. So clearly, it just started with an idea of one character. And it grew into this multi-billion-billion-dollar animal with characters and kids. But that's how it started. We would be at the Gallery Mall in Dallas, and Barney would be at like Front of Saks and Neiman's and just hanging out there.
They destroyed Barney because then they brought in the female
Baby Bop.
Baby Bop, and then they brought in another character, and they started to water it down. And once you do that, it's over.
But you realize it just starts with an idea.
Well,
and
you
the
remember
push.
Blues Clues?
Oh my God, yes.
You could be Steve. You could do like a Steve from Blue's Clues show.
That's who you remind me of, by the way.
You know what's funny? I want to dress him up for Halloween also.
I had to buy Freddie the chair, the shirt, the notebook, and everything else that goes with that show.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Maybe we should do a whole show around you like that. You have all your things. You can have the camera, you can have your computer, like what it is now. Your handy dandy computer, your handy dandy whatever. Remember the
You
handy
guys
dandy
saw
notebook?
Blues Clues? You know what we're talking about? You try to solve.
Slick's in a sugar coma
Yeah, I know
right
what
now.
you're talking about. Yeah, I am in a sugar coma though. but-
I used to try to figure
Yeah.
out.
I did see Blue's
I used to
Clues.
try to figure out the clues, and that guy used to go like this all the time. There was something
Steve,
wrong with him.
And the shirt. I think we should brand you as something like that, Finny. That'd be really cool. You can always have your photographer, you have your camera around your neck, and that could be your thing of different pictures and how you see the world. Oh my gosh, I've got this whole idea how he sees the world. He takes a picture of this,
Vinny, you're
and
in
it pops,
trouble.
and a picture of this, and yes,
You got what?
a cartoon animation.
I always want to voice act for a cartoon.
You got a great voice for.
I
shows.
told you that I met with the WWF with some of the wrestlers, not the F, some of them, and they had this whole show where they would be cartoons, and they were solving a mystery, a clue or something, and they had to fight the bad guys.
Scooby-Doo?
So they used to go. No, these are real wrestlers. They used to go
WWF.
through the magic curtain, and they had a wrestling match on the other side of the curtain. There were people now.
Wait a minute, it's like early 2000s, the show?
It was in the 2000s, yes.
Why is Claudia
Wait,
cleaning up?
that sounds familiar actually. That's like,
I don't. I got it.
was it on Fox?
It played on Fox.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it lasted only one. It only lasted for one, whatever you call it. And it's funny because I met them. You know where the Flashback Diner is? There used to be another restaurant there. I met them there.
Wow.
And this whole clue thing happened. They needed a choreographer. I don't even know what they call me. And so they needed somebody to film the wrestling parts. That was done in Orlando. And they used to have this whole cartoon thing. But it became very expensive and it wasn't very good. And
If only someone could keep up with my mind.
why?
Because
Scary place.
But all these ideas. There was a movie like that, Enchanted, with Amy Adams, and
I
she
remember
starts out
that.
as the cartoon, and then poof, she
Yes.
and McDreamy.
I remember that. What about where that other three-dimensional cartoon? They looked like people and they flew around. What was the name of that movie?
Avatar?
Avatar.
Avatar?
Yes. Are they coming out with a new Avatar?
Yeah, they're delaying it though. They're delaying it because of this pandemic, so it's not coming out.
The movie was good visually, but it was okay overall.
You have to admit it was an epic
You gotta
movie.
admit, visually, it was amazing though.
Now, have you guys ever seen West Side Story?
Yes.
That's one. No? You ever heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I want you to go to YouTube and watch West Side Story tonight. It is the best movie ever made. For
Debatable.
the 60s,
60s? Okay, I don't know.
I
used to
think.
be going.
And then I want you to watch The Rose with Bette Midler.
The Rose?
The Rose.
The Rose.
Charles Chaplin, what's her name? Charles Chaplin.
Janis Joplin?
That one.
Janis Joplin? What?
Yes.
It was a movie made about her.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
And I watched The Rose 18 times. I took 4 different girlfriends, and I watched it 18 times. To me, it hit home about life. But check it out. Tell me what you think.
I grew up.
Bette Midler, yes.
I
when she
grew up
came
with
on the
Mel
scene.
Brooks movies. I remember the first one I seen was Young Frankenstein.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I love it.
Blazing Saddles.
Yes.
When he punches the horse.
Yeah.
Do you know who the guy is? The football player that punched the horse?
No, who wasn't?
Look it up. Look it up. It's a
And then
football
my other sense of humor I got from Leslie Nielsen's movies.
Airplane?
Yes, and Naked Gun.
And Naked Gun. There you have
Airplane
it.
was hilarious.
Vinny, congratulations. We are so excited and honored that you celebrate your graduation here with us. Slick, thank you for all of your help being his
No
wingman.
problem.
I want to say lastly before we get out. To everyone here, everyone in history who met me through college or on job throughout the last decade.
Yeah.
You guys hold a special place in my heart. All of you guys are the silver medals because I'm the gold medal, baby.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, you heard that. He is the gold medal. Besides my gold medal.
No, I'm the gold.
Besides
Mine
my gold
mine-
medal.
I'm
Thank you.
platinum. Boom.
Thank you. But all right.
Awesome.
I'm sorry to take your shine. I'm so sorry. I'm
The
so
wingman
sorry.
always, you ever notice? You're supposed to be the wind underneath his wing.
I'm so sorry.
Not the
Sometimes I
tornado
do
that blows
that.
away
I
the
do
wind.
that. I always sweep.
You're
I'm
just
so
being
sorry.
slick.
But that's okay because we are going. I got
Pun
a couple
intended.
of
Thanks.
we got a couple of celebrations coming up. We're gonna celebrate Latina Salina and Slick's graduation because we
Got
missed that.
you.
When did you graduate?
I graduated back in December 2019.
19. That's way back.
That's
Well,
when
maybe-
Slick graduated.
Oh, okay. So we'll celebrate the 3 graduations. We got September 5th, which is Teddy's
You got
birthday.
2 Decembers.
We got September 24th, which is Val's birthday.
September 24th is Val's birthday, and then
October
we have
3rd is Slick's.
so Slick gets a double slice of cake.
No, I like I like pumpkin pie around that time. So I
Pumpkin
don't
pie,
I don't get
see?
like cake around my birthday. It's
You
mostly
want
pie.
pumpkin pie.
It's mostly pie.
That's how you know it's fall and pumpkin spice
I'm
comes
telling
out.
you, the spice, pumpkin
can't
pie,
stand
pumpkin,
spice.
everything. Turning orange.
All right, a lot more coming up
Who
tomorrow.
doesn't like it either? Valerie?
Me too.
She said what?
You don't like it either?
What?
It stinks and it smells funny.
What?
Really, I love pumpkin
It
spice.
smells like people's feet.
I love like when you go to Starbucks, you can get like
Wow.
a pumpkin spice latte.
I know those are amazing.
I know.
You guys are
love it.
just
It's a
Slick.
bestseller.
Smell Vinny's feet and smell spice, and you'll see what it smells like.
It's not the same.
Hard
Pumpkin
pass?
spice, yeah. Vinny's feet is a hard pass, not the pumpkin spice.
Oh my gosh. Well, tomorrow, guys, we have an amazing guest. We have a bakery coming to join us in honor of our National S'mores Day. They found the post, and she is known for her delicious mallows, she calls them.
What's that?
Marshmallows. So she makes her own
you
marshmallows,
talked
and from
about
the outside in, she stuffs them. So it's the marshmallow outside, and they're stuffed with all kinds of yummies on the inside. So she's joining us tomorrow on set. I've got another show that we spoke with today, so a lot of great things.
So,
That's
Lenny, if
good.
you want some outside marshmallows, you'll show up tomorrow.
I know. Pretty
If
cool.
you don't,
and
we'll
she
save
does
you one in the
She does
freezer.
stuffed cheese sticks and marshmallows. She makes her own marshmallows. So this will be a lot of fun. And she's from Venezuela, so
She's coming all the way here from Venezuela?
yep, she's clicking her heels 3 times and flying in.
That's why you can't drink with Dawn, because you have one shot and she's done.
No, she's all the way from Tequesta, so she'll be here tomorrow. Vinny, congratulations, everyone. Thank you for helping make Vinny's day so special. Have
Thank
a
you, guys.
wonderful
I
day.
appreciate
Enjoy
it.
graduation. Enjoy your moment. Stay in the present. And you're always have a home here with us. Have a great day, everyone. Be kind to each other. Honor those 2020 graduates from FAU or any school. This has been a strange, crazy time, but you know what? You accomplished it. You did it. And under these times, you did it even more. So be proud of what you've done.
And makes it happen some more. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't be late.
Bye-bye with us more.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just to